This is my daily driver. It's a 1994 Ford F-150.
It's a beaut.
I'm Shawn.
And I'm Melinda.
Hey, Shawn. Thanks for calling the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. How are you doing? Thanks for taking my call.
How old are you?
I'm 51.
Okay. And what's your net worth, sir?
About $1.5 million.
Okay.
We didn't really kind of set out to build a lot of wealth. I wanted us to be comfortable. To me, comfortable was we can drive decent cars and live in a nice house and, just go enjoy life.
Yeah.
We didn't have to be extravagant, cruises and European vacations and all that kind of thing. Just to have a good life and to be able to do the things we wanted to do when we wanted to do them.
How'd you get $1.5 million at 51?
Just slow and steady investing strategy. We made sure that we made savings a priority every month.
I grew up in a middle-class family. My father was in the military.
My father was also a veteran, and he and my mother both were very, very conscientious, very hard workers. However, we didn't know about how to live without living on credit.
All of my brothers and I, we all worked at an early age, and so we kind of learned the value of, you work, you earn money. And my parents kind of instilled that work ethic in us at an early age. And when I joined the military, that kind of work ethic carried through. Later in my military career, we started to look at, now we need to transition back to civilian life. One of the things I did was I started to talk to people that had already done that. And so one of the people I talked to just happened to be a financial peace coordinator. Going through Financial Peace showed us this is how you develop a budget. This is what you do to follow it. When Every Dollar, the budgeting tool, when that came out, that really helped.
That was very helpful.
Really, really helped because we got away from the paper spreadsheets, and that tool has just been really a great thing for us in terms of getting our budget set and then following it every month.
So what was your income average through your working lifetime?
I'd estimate about $70,000.
What was the high?
Through that period. The high is about $220,000.
How many new cars have you bought?
I bought one in 1994, and I turned around and sold it 2 months later because I hated having the car payment.
Probably about 10 years ago was when I kind of noticed that, hey, all of this foundation that we laid early on in our marriage and in our career, living on less and make savings a priority and sacrificing sometimes, that built over time. It's that, that power of compounding interest. And as we progressed down this path, The Millionaire Next Door was the first real book that I read and said, oh, okay, this makes sense. And this is how people do this, and these are real people that have been studied and researched, and this is how they did it. I'm not a financial genius. We didn't do anything extravagant investing-wise. We just, followed kind of basic investing principles, and it really became a matter of just making savings a priority. We didn't have a lot of money, early on, there wasn't a lot. One thing that I found was putting a plan in place, sometimes working more than one job.
One job.
We chose to live in places that we could afford, that were comfortable, that were safe. We drove cars that were not new and still don't, but they're comfortable, it's good transportation, it's safe, and it gets us where we need to go. And so after 25 years of doing that, you look and you go, wow, that's really quite a nest egg that we built. So we've shifted now from less about building the wealth and more to what are we going to do to make sure that we're not a burden on our kids. So that was really the big driving factor for us, was to not be a burden on our children, to be responsible, take care of ourselves. So this past year for Christmas, we bought them the Total Money Makeover. Each one of them got a Total Money Makeover book. And we sat them down and talked to them about where we are financially. That kind of put us into action to kind of develop a plan, to an estate plan, I guess, if you will. You can build wealth, whether your goal is to be a millionaire or multimillionaire or just to have a comfortable lifestyle. It doesn't take a college education, and it doesn't take someone that has wealthy parents and inherits a lot of money. It's really about putting in the work and making the effort and having a plan and working together to make that become a reality.